Garnier. I don't know. I think it's Garnier. Skin Active mask. And this is the Moisture Bamboo Sheet Mask. Ugh. I don't like the way that this mask, not the actual stuff that's on it, but like the texture of this mask is kind of, I don't know, it's weird. I hope I have that on right. I guess I do. I don't do masks a whole lot, guys. Ooh, I look a little bit like a monster. Look, I am a little ghost. So, I just kind of wanted to just relax, and we'll do a little bit of this mask. Let me read the instructions. I look like something out of Silence of the Lambs. Is it Silence of the Lambs? Silence of the Lamb? Whatever it's called. How long does this stay on for? 15 minutes. Okay, perfect. So, you guys know that I work in retail. Besides, like, having my own beauty line, I work in retail. And I get to meet all kinds of cool people. And where I work, there is not a lot of, well, there's a lot of younger people, but there's not like younger than 18. So we had a guy that had started, who was 17. He's the sweetest guy, so sweet. He was very soft-spoken. He was homeschooled. Just the sweetest kid, like, always came to work, like, wanting to work, you know what I mean? Like, you know those kids that are those people who, they're just so excited to work, and they're just ready to go, like, full speed when they get to work? Well, this is how he was. And, I didn't work, his schedule is a little crazy because he was about to start at the University of Alabama. He has a lot going on, but he's extremely intelligent. But he's a very hard worker. So, but because of his schedule, like, he only worked with us like 2 or 3 days a week, I think. And usually I work in the morning shift and he would work in the afternoons. So we really wouldn't see each other a whole lot. We would see each other for like an hour or two, or if we happened to be scheduled like on the same day. Just his overall spirit, you could tell, like, you know when you can just tell that people grew up with a really good family and with very good morals? He was like that. You could just tell that his parents had instilled such good morals in him. And he was a Christian. I had been off Thursday and Friday this week and went into work this morning, and my supervisor came up to me and said, "Hey, before you hear it from anybody else, I wanted you to know that passed away the other night." And I was floored, because he had just turned 18 2 weeks ago, and I think it's so sad when somebody so young is taken away. And it's just like, I don't know if y'all have ever lost anybody that works at your work, you know, but it's like it takes over, you know, and we're just all like talking about him and how good of a kid he was, and, you know, and that we just couldn't believe that he had passed away so quickly. And then I knew that he had been sick like a couple weeks ago. I know his grandmother was in the hospital, and then he was sick. But I think it was like a cold or something. Like, it was something small, you know what I mean? And I don't know, now that I look back at it, I don't know if that was, if maybe that, whatever he was going through then, the sickness, maybe if it was masking something bigger, a bigger illness or something, you know, or if, I don't know if it had drained his body down, I don't know, but what I got was that his little sister is him and her are extremely close, and she's 16 years old. That he had called his dad and his sister and was complaining about the price of gas. And then I guess she had called him or whatever, they had talked, and he told her, he was like, I got a biscuit for you on the counter here at the apartment. Whenever, you get here, it's going to be sitting here on, on the counter if I have to leave to go to work before you get here. And that was like, and she was like, okay, I love you, be careful. And she said it was like 10:02. And then when she got to the apartment, he was dead on the kitchen floor. He passed away. And then I read a post that his dad had written that said that they thought that it was something that happened like so suddenly that he was like dead before he hit the ground. And I was just in a daze all day at work because I had worked a late shift. I was asked if I could swap a morning shift for a late shift on Wednesday. And I said, yeah, that's fine, to make sure that everything got done because we were supposedly having company the next day. I said, that's fine, I'm cool with that. So I was trying to make sure everything got done Wednesday. And I had seen him. He was in a department, and I saw him from far away. But when you're so busy trying to get stuff done, you're like, oh, I'll just say hey when I see him. And I never got a chance to see him that day, and or that night. And now today, it just wore on me like I should have went and said hey to him. I should have stopped what I was doing for 2 minutes and went and said hey to him, and oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I just think like he never thought that his days were numbered, like he never thought that I'm not gonna be here in 2 days, and I just thought about what he did, when he got off work, and it's just crazy the things that got through your mind. And I just replayed that night over in my head, and I was like, man, I should have went and said something to him. Should have went and spoke to him, But I didn't. I didn't do that, and I will never get a chance to go back in time and go say bye to him, and have a proper our last words kind of thing, I'll never get that. I mean, I know the last time that I spoke with him, but I'll never get that final conversation with him, And I thought, like, did he have like a pain or something before he collapsed, and was he scared, and I just thought, did he lay there on the floor and was he scared, And a part of me hopes that it was quickly, because I wouldn't want him to lay there and be scared, that's because I know by the world's standards, he's a man, he was 18 years old, but in my eyes, I'm almost 40. He was still a kid. He just turned 18, He had school that he was getting ready for college, and I mean, he was a kid in my eyes, I know he was the legal age, but he still was a kid to me, And I just hope that he didn't lay there and he wasn't scared and alone, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I worried about, and I prayed that it was quickly and that he was not scared and did not lay there and suffer in any way, I never really talked religion with him, but, today I found out that he was I mean, you could tell that he was raised in a good family. You know, I didn't know how religious he was, but today, just some things that I had read from the family and friends, you know, I know that he had a really good relationship with God, and so I know that he's in a better place, you know, and now he can look over everybody, you know, and he can be a little guardian angel for everybody, you know. And I know his sister is so upset because I had read her post, and you could tell she was beating herself up because there's nothing that she could do, you know. She had done everything that she knew to do to try to save him, and it just, you feel bad because you could tell that they were a very close family, like they were super close, you know. And now this is somebody they'll never get to speak to again, you know. They'll never have that morning conversation, you know, go before you go to bed conversation. You'll never be able to tell each other that you love each other, you're proud of each other. You know, those are things that I think sometimes we take for granted, you know, telling people that and hearing it from people, you know. Life is very short. I mean, he had a whole future ahead of him, you know. But I know that there is a reason for everything. And I know his parents, they know that, you know. And I know that your flesh says, I want my child here with me. But I know spiritually you know that your child is in a different place. And that you are happy for their spirit, you know. That's not to say that you as your flesh, you want your baby here with you, you know. But I know that, and I pray that God will just give them a peace. You never know when our last day is going to be here. You know, we got to stop taking things for granted and think, I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I got a month. You know, oh, that can wait until next year. I think that that's probably one of the things that today, while I worked for, you know, 7.5 hours and all these things were going through my mind, he was on my mind the whole time, you know. And I just thought, there's so much stuff he won't get to experience now, you know, and how I need to start doing things when I say I'm going to do them, you know, and not putting them off. And that's just something for us all to think about, is we're not promised tomorrow. We could go at any point in time, you know. Search inside yourself and make sure you're good. That your soul is good. And that you're where you want to be in life. And maybe do a checklist of your life, you know. Have you experienced things that you want to experience? Are there things that you want to do? And start living your life a little bit more like tomorrow is not necessarily going to be here, you know, because it could not be here. Any of us could go to sleep tonight and not wake up tomorrow, you know. That's a reality that I think it really set in today, that tomorrow is not promised. And also, do a little check-in with the man upstairs, you know, and make sure that I'm good spiritually, you know. So that's something that I really took from today. If any of the family or friends see this video, y'all are in my thoughts and prayers. I am so sorry for your loss. He was an amazing, amazing person that will be missed every day by us at work, by me. I will miss him as a person. The conversations I have had to have with him, they've always been good. He was a smart kid. He had a good head on his shoulders. But thank you guys for tuning in to my video. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.